The short and sweet version, your brain goes through irregular activities during heartbreak, specifically in the anterior cingulate cortex as well as the insular regions. You lose emotional stability, reliability, and general awareness of your constantly changing moods. You fail to grasp and control your global emotional moment, causing you to act out of character as well as lose track of the best parts of you. And on top of that, you're addicted. You're addicted to the attention from your ex, past pleasures the relationship provided, as well as fleeting comforts, securities, and feelings of inclusion. All of that is a grand recipe which compels an individual to behave poorly, which compromises your ethics and integrity. Hurt people, hurting people, this creates a messy world. Throughout this entire video, I'm going to explain exactly why this is the case, and at the end, I will show you how to beat this psychological emergency much faster than someone who doesn't understand their emotional hell. Breakups and finding your best self through it all is what I love to do. Subscribe to this channel, and I promise you, you're going to get through this pain and be at the top of your game, much like I did. So, without further ado, let's get started. Learning the psychology of a breakup gives you an upper hand in your recovery. Now, this information alone may just validate your feelings and thoughts, but not all of us just want validation. Some of us want a rebirth, a reevaluation of who we are and what we're capable of doing. Knowing the psychology of a breakup is necessary for this. Before I knew this, I was addicted to many dates, attention, and vices with little consideration and care for others. After a short time, I was very sick of myself. Now, I vow to go ahead and make sure that you don't fall in this pit trap because the world needs you to be your best self. So, let's begin. Love is not logical. Somehow, we already knew this. That's because the region of the brain stimulated by love also processes craving, music, taste, and physical pain. This generally has nothing to do with the frontal lobe functions. We call this emotional region the insula. In spring of 2011, Columbia University, New York established a definitive overlap in neuroresponse to physical pain and rejection. Subjects were shown pictures of their exes while in an MRI, where brain activity was recorded. The insula and anterior cingulate cortex lit up like a f***ing Christmas tree. Neuroimaging studies of emotion rarely activate the same region as physical pain. This tells psychologists that humans perceive social abandonment just as importantly as physical pain. To further the problem, our insulas are partly responsible in generating our self-awareness. This was brought on by Antonio Damasio and his somatic marker hypothesis. Somatic markers are signals of the mind and body that help us make subconscious decisions. Let's combine the insula and somatic markers together, as Damasio did. These two parts give us our overall sense of awareness. This is called the global emotional moment. It is the ultimate representation of your feelings regarding subjective emotions and environmental stimuli. The global emotional moment is the sentient self. Now, abandonment and rejection is painful and neurologically isolated in the ACC. This part of the brain also deals with reward anticipation, decision-making, ethics, morality, impulse control, and of course, emotion. That is a lot of responsibility for something that becomes hyperactive during a breakup. Now, this psychological chain gives us a muddled sense of ourselves while enduring breakups. Constant triggers of our ex induces pain. Pain is processed in the insula and ACC, allowing instinctive and unreasoning decisions to be made. This includes making unclear judgments about ourselves. Healthy activity of the ACC indicates enhanced emotional awareness and is indicative of proper decision making. Our ACCs also reward us for feelings of inclusion and being part of a larger community. Unhealthy or damaged ACCs lead to poorer decision-making habits. And now on to addiction. Addictive experiences such as drugs trigger dopamine secretion. Excessive dopamine secretion also occurs during early stages of relationships. When these dopamine-inducing stimulations are now taken away, we go through pleasure withdrawals. Getting over a breakup is very much like trying to kick a drug addiction. That is why your ex uninvitedly shows up at your favorite donut shop or place of work. There you have it. When undergoing a breakup, your insula and ACC spike in activity, which compromises your ability to make proper reward and decision-making habits. Pairing this phenomenon with the insula's responsibility to create the sentient self forms an obscure view of yourself and your relationship to the world. Your biggest loss after a breakup is not your partner. It's not your securities nor your status. The biggest shame after a breakup is not knowing who you are, what motivates you, and what you truly stand for. Breakups actually offer the perfect opportunity for a reformation. See, what's the point of going through all of this heartbreak and hardship and not being closer to who you are meant to become? So here is my coffeehouse wager to you. Journal. Journal everything. Journal all your thoughts, your emotions, your insecurities, how people made you feel, how your ex made you feel. Once you have those, ask why, and then ask why again. See, getting to our whys is going to allow us to regain control of our thoughts and emotions. That is step one. And be honest with your answers. No one else is going to read them. See, some of these answers will be ugly. Don't try to change them to make yourself look like a better person, because trust me, you already are. You're just going through psychological hell right now. Want more breakup steps to unlocking the best self through this heartbreak? Subscribe to this channel and email list below. From there, you'll go ahead and get your next steps towards excellent breakup recovery. Good luck, heartbreaker.